We have to talk. This is something else. I need your help. Are you sure this isn't something you can handle yourself? I'm sure. Miles, this is crazy!
We call it a symbiote, and it chose you.
Get it off of him! Ready for your annual physical? I'm the hero here, not you. What the hell's going on with Pete?
You're not yourself.
You want to join us?
He's here.
Walk down the whole building!
I know I can snap him out of this!
We can fight this together!
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Classic Chronicles. And boy, am I excited about this one today, man, because today I'm finally, after all the trailers and all the teases and gameplay videos and directors talking about it and all this, and we finally get our hands on Spider-Man 2, and today, for PlayStation 5, I should say, and that is what I'm gonna be talking about, man. I'm gonna give you my early thoughts and impressions. I'm gonna be doing, I'll do something later on where I go into story spoilers and all of that, but we're not gonna do that right now because the game is just fresh out, and instead, I'm just gonna be giving you my thoughts and early impressions of it. So let me just say right off the bat, man, this is probably not just one of the greatest Spider-Man games ever made. This is probably one of the greatest games ever made. I mean, Spider-Man, when it came out on PlayStation 4 back in 2018 and people played that, we just admit, and I, speaking for myself and I'm sure a lot of others, we just fell in love with it. And then, you followed it up with Spider-Man Miles Morales 2 years later on the PlayStation 4 and 5, and that was, you got a glimpse of Miles Morales in the original Spider-Man game on PS4, but now that in Miles Morales, he kind of stepped in on his own, and even though it is not a full-fledged sequel, it is a standalone game, and you definitely get Miles' backstory and him learning to kind of cope with becoming Spider-Man and all of that, and this one Spider-Man 2 kind of just continues that, this time incorporating both Peter and Miles. So what do you call it? They're both trying to find balance in their lives. I mean, Peter is back with Mary Jane and dealing with the loss of his Aunt May, and from the first game. If you haven't played the first game yet, I'm sorry. But so he's dealing with the loss of Aunt May, and then Miles is just trying to. Miles, who's like a junior in high school, is writing his college essay and hoping to get into a good school and all of this stuff, man. And of course, duty calls sometimes. The people of New York need both Spider-Man's help, and with the amount of with the very dangerous villain on the horizon, Kraven the Hunter, man, you're gonna need all the help you can get, and he's not the only villain in the game. Of course, you have Venom, and then there are a couple of other cameos in there, which I'm not going to talk about because I don't want to go into spoilers. But let me just say right off the bat, you get thrown right into the fire. Like after the recap and the opening scene, and you just get thrown right into the fire, man. The game starts out with a bang. I don't remember any game starting out as intense as Spider-Man 2 does. But yeah, let's just say that you better get ready because you are in for a hell of a ride. And the game doesn't let up, man. It just one thing after another. Of course, you have all your abilities and you know, all your suits. There are over 65 suits in the game from comics and movies and all of that good stuff. And also, each suit has three different styles, man. So the possibilities are endless. Like once you unlock all the suits, and you can just pimp out your Spider-Man, man. And what do you call it? There are a few gameplay. There are a few gameplay updates. You know, with you know, you have a few new gadgets at your disposal. I mean, a few new abilities at your disposal, such as web wings and just the ability to fast travel is still in the game. And just moving around is a lot of fun, man. I mean, with Spider-Man, with the original Spider-Man, you had kind of, you know, technology restraints because it came out on PS4, and then, you know, it wasn't a truly upgrade when they did the remastered version for PS5. But this is all the strings are up, man. The full capability of the PS5's hardware is on display in this game, man. It just looks beautiful. It feels great. What do you call it? And you now have a web zip line, a web like it's kind of like it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like I don't know how to really describe it. Yeah, like a zip line, like a tightrope. Like you can, there's new way with the addition of the web zip line that allows you to connect webs and walk across you know, apparatuses on the ceiling, like kind of create your own tightrope in essence. There's no that increases your ways to take down enemies, so that's really cool. And like I just alluded to, the web wings, a la kind of Batman Arkham Asylum ish with the dive ability. I mean, not Batman Arkham Asylum, Batman Arkham City, I should say. With the dive ability, when you were playing as Batman, you were able to dive up and down, and you can do the same thing with these web wings. And you know, just being able to switch back and forth seamlessly between Peter and Miles for certain missions. You can do both. You can do both of. You can do the main story where you can switch back and forth between them, or you can just do one person's side of the story. Like you can either do Peter or Miles. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like they both have their own separate missions, and they both have their own missions where they're together. So it's a variety of things. You can do it. You can do it all. So this is definitely a game with a lot. You know, Insomniac left no stone unturned with this Spider-Man game, and I don't know if they make Spider-Man 3, how they're gonna top this one, man. Because this is absolutely amazing. Definitely can't wait to. I'm nowhere near finished, and I can't. But the ride I've been on so far, I just had to talk about it. But yeah, and when I do finish it, we will. And everybody has had a chance to play it. I will definitely come back and I will review. I will do a full-fledged breakdown of everything that happened, and we will get into everything, man. And if you're gonna comment on this, please do not spoil it for people that haven't had a chance to play the game or whatever. You know, just try to write general comments. You know, I thought the game was awesome. Da da da. Just don't go into spoilers, man. Don't do that. I've seen it way too much online, and it just takes the fun out of playing it. You know, don't spoil it for people. Yeah, and yeah, man. But Spider-Man 2 definitely a wild ride so far, and I can't wait I can't wait to finish it and talk all about it. And before I wrap this one up, I would be remiss if I didn't mention all of the accessibility features that are in Spider-Man 2. So if you're there are settings for the visually impaired, the hearing impaired, and that's great. And also the fact that you can, like, if your motor skills are not that good, I know mine aren't. So this is the setting that I use. There's a setting called it's something, I don't know if it's called motor help or something like that, but it helps you with all the quick time events and all the stuff like that, because there are some quick time sometimes where you have to do a quick time event, and it kind of assists you with that, and a whole lot of other stuff, man. So definitely for it's for everybody. The Insomniac, like I said, they left no stone unturned when thinking about this game. They thought about everybody, and they want everybody to enjoy Spider-Man 2, and I think everybody will. And also I do love the fact that if you it's off by default, but you can turn it on to give yourself a little bit more of a challenge. Fall damage. So if you're swinging in the air and you fall from a really big tall building, and you do suffer damage. Like, it's not like before where you do have one of those like crazy falls and you don't suffer the repercussions of it. You don't just get you don't just get back up and your health bar is the same as before. No, you actually suffer damage, and you can definitely, but you can leave that off if you don't want to do that. And also one more thing that I liked about it is the fact that aside from fall damage, you can also turn off. You can also increase or decrease the swing assistance. Now, if you increase it, like the CPU is gonna take like full control of your swing. So if you have it all the way up to 10, it's gonna take full control of your swing, and you won't have control over going where Spider-Man goes. Like, you'll be able to still orchestrate the swing, but you won't have full control over it. So if you want to have full control over your swing and all of that, I suggest you turn it all the way down to maybe like 1 or 2 or even 0 if you know what you're doing and all that. But for all you newbies out there who never played a Spider-Man game, increase it a little bit, maybe to like a 5 or 6. So if you put it in the middle, you have a little bit of control, but then the CPU kind of helps you out. But yeah, that is one of the many things that I love about Spider-Man 2 is its accessibility features, and you're seeing that in a lot of video games now, especially with the new technology. I know, and Mortal Kombat 1 also has a ton of accessibility features too. So definitely games are coming. Video game has always been for everybody, but now it's really for everybody. Whether your motor skills are or sort of lacking, or you're visually impaired or anything like that. There's a game out there for you. And that's great to see, man, because video gaming, much like music, is a universal thing, man. It brings us all together, and that's just cool to see. So yeah, definitely check out Spider-Man 2 if you have the chance. It is out right now on PlayStation 5, man. But like I said, we'll be diving back into it later to kind of fully break everything down, and just want to give everybody a chance to enjoy it like I am, and so many others are. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode of the Classic Chronicles. Like, subscribe, share. Don't forget to hit that notification button so you don't miss a video, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.